Hi everyone, it's Ray here reporting for women's football today, and we've got Yash in the house today. How you doing, Yash?
I'm great, thank you. What about you?
I'm not too bad, thanks. Not too bad. Look, it's no secret I'm a Manchester City fan, and we're looking at how Manchester City can improve upon what they've done this season. Only lost one game in the league, but
Yeah,
still going to struggle to overhaul Chelsea in the Women's Super League and got knocked out of the Champions League. And so we're looking at different areas between now and the start of next season, really, with some either fans of Manchester City or fans of women's football. And one area we're looking at is striker. Now, I looked at a little bit at a few strikers. This name's been mentioned, like Baltimore, Oshuala, and Khadija Shaw. Now, Khadija Shaw is the latest one that's been linked with City. And a few days ago, there was a very strong rumour that she was about to sign a contract at Manchester City. And that led me to ask around on social media to find somebody who knew a little bit about the French leagues and maybe Spanish leagues and English leagues in women's football. And that led me to Yash. Can you tell us a little bit of background about Khadija Shaw, please?
yeah, sure. So, firstly, Khadija Shaw currently plays for Bordeaux, and let's go a little back on her story and how she began and everything. She is a Jamaican footballer, first of all. She completed, she used to play like 2 years of junior college for Eastern Florida State College, and she has been in the talks, and she has been quite renowned and popular girl as she was growing up because due to her talent and everything. She has been an outrageous goal scorer ever since the beginning, and it's not just her goal scoring that made her name renowned worldwide, but the flair she has, and the way she plays and everything, it's pretty remarkable. Plus, her story growing up is also like pretty pretty what to say, astounding, and
Yeah.
very praiseworthy because she didn't have the easiest of childhood growing up. She grew up in Spanish Town, Jamaica, which isn't like the best of place. It has a lot of gun crimes and everything. So she grew up in a family of with seven brothers and five sisters, but due to all the crimes and everything, she grew up losing four of her brothers due in these. Like three were murdered and one was lost in a car accident. So it
Yeah.
wasn't easy
And it was
where
all
she
in a
grew up, but that is
it was a
what.
short space of time, wasn't it? Sorry, Yash. It was all in a short space of time. Is that right? That she lost all those family members.
Yeah, yeah. It was very quick when, and she was doing a college at that time as well. So that was really a very tough period for her. And I mean, that also gives us an insight about what mental fortitude this girl has, and the mentality that she has, that growing up she had to see all of this, and she still uh, persevered and like grew out of those situation and kept performing and kept working hard to make a name for herself, and she did so with flying colors. She helped Jamaica reach their first ever women's world cup in 2019, where she assisted a goal against Australia. Like that was a big moment for the whole country, and that was the first ever that Jamaica made World Cup, men's or women's. So that was a pretty big deal. So yeah, talking about more about her performances when she played it in college. Like in 2018, she was named as the Southeastern Conference Offensive Player of the Year when she played for Tennessee, where she played most of her college soccer in the US. She scored 27 goals in 35 appearances over 2 seasons, so that's pretty impressive. I think she holds the record for the goals to game ratio. So that's she has always been a very remarkable goal scorer.
And she's carried that on at
And
Bordeaux. I mean, she's got a remarkable number
yeah,
of goals at Bordeaux as well.
yeah. This season she currently in 17 games. she has scored 20 goals and has 7 assists, and she leads the charts for both goals and assists for Bordeaux. So that tells us everything about her, I think. And in the
Yeah.
previous season as well, in her first season as well, like with the 14 starts, she had 10 goals and 4 assists. So pretty much averaging a goal or assist every game she plays.
Yeah, I mean this season, if I'm right, she's joint top scorer in the French league. I mean,
Yeah.
when you look in the French league, you've got PSG and Lyon, two huge clubs. That's pretty good going to be a joint top goal scorer in the French league.
It's absolutely incredible because if you see the joint top scorer, she is joint top scorer with Marie Antoinette Katoto, and Katoto is renowned as the world's best young striker. So, and she plays for PSG, so she has a lot of support and everything. Like Bordeaux isn't a bad team, don't get me wrong. Like Bordeaux are currently third in the table and will mo- will definitely make the Champions League next season, at least the playoffs. So it's not a bad team, but to be competing at the same level as Katoto with everything Katoto has with Diani and Baltimore in PSG, and Shaw doing everything
Yeah,
here and leading the charge in both goals and assists, that's pretty impressive.
yeah. What are I mean, I've obviously seen little bits of her. Obviously, I mean, there is coverage in the UK of the French league, and obviously people can go and watch on YouTube to check out her main attributes. I mean, one thing is she's very tall, almost 6 foot tall, just half an inch short of that. But what are her other main attributes?
Well, speaking of, first of all, as you said that she is pretty tall, so that instantly gives her an advantage over everybody else in the air, and she's pretty good in the air. I don't know if you have seen some of her clips or some of her games, but she's pretty good in the air. She wins most of her aerial duels pretty easily, and scores many of her goals via headers. Talking about her other strengths, then she is deceptively quick. I mean, seeing her stature and seeing the way she is built, one would likely on the first view think that she might not be as quick as any other striker, but she's deceptively quick. She's got a really quick acceleration. Like she can get a yard on two on the defenders and players marking her very quickly, and that makes all the difference in the world. She the other thing that enables her to score these many goals and to be this effective is the way she occupies the spaces. Like she's constantly in the right space in the right areas, which makes that little burst of acceleration that she has even more dangerous, because she would be just walking around and pinning the center backs back, and in a quick snap of the moment she would just accelerate away and she's gone and she has scored a goal, and you can't like react that quickly. That is one of her biggest strength. Then uh, her finishing, like obviously when you're scoring these many goals you have to be doing something right in the finishing department. You have to be a world class finisher to score these many goals. So yeah, she's obviously, her finishing is world class. Either be it 1v1 situation, be it her left foot, be it her right foot, or in the air, she knows where the goal is at all times. So whenever she gets an opportunity or an inch of space to take the shot, she doesn't shy away. I have got some stats to like showcase and highlight what I'm talking about. Like this season, so far, she has averaged 4.09 shots per 90, which is a lot. Like whenever, like I said, due to her height and everything, she can function as a target player around that. So she is always on the end of all the passes and all the crosses and all the long balls from Bordeaux side. So she is the target there, and she makes most of it by taking whenever she can, taking all of those shots. Then talking about some of her flair, as I mentioned earlier, that she is a very skilled player, and one would also like on a first look she's seeing that she is built so strong and tall, one would accept that she wouldn't be as naturally quick footed or on the ball, but that's not true. She has got great close control, and she just knows where the space is when she receives, and she does very well to quickly turn around or quickly just take that one little touch and move the ball into space. She's very good with that. To back that up, I have her dribble numbers from this season. Like she has attempted 5.9 dribbles per 90 with a success rate of 57.4. Now that's actually world class. Like if you run those numbers up by any other striker in the world, that's pretty impressive. Like that's a number from a player of the highest quality. Then, as I said, that she is a very big presence in the box, like with her with the way she moves and everything. She is a huge presence in the box. She takes around 7.13 touches on average per 90 in the box this season, which is again a lot, and just highlights what kind of a threat she is in the box.
They're not that kind of team that's going to pump the ball forward for someone pacey and tall to chase. They're going to build it and look for that, as I said, that patience. Do you think she'll fit
Yeah.
into City style?
Oh yeah. I mean, currently, look, the way I see Manchester City set up, like I agree with you that they have their patient build up. They like to move the ball around and stuff, but they also have wide players and creative assets like Lauren Hemp and Chloe Kelly, and they have great crossers in the world. Like Alex Greenwood can whip a ball in,
Yeah.
and Lucy Bronze on the other side as well can put a ball in. Chloe Kelly is constantly looking for crosses and cutbacks, and same for Lauren Hemp. So having Khadija Shaw in the middle would help a lot, in my opinion, because she is a very intelligent striker. She knows how to create space for herself and for her teammates, and it's not like she cannot link up or anything like that. What having her at up front alongside the likes of Lauren Hemp and Chloe Kelly would do that you can, in case suppose, like I know City don't prefer that way, but in case they have to play it long or they have to look for a outlet while playing on the break or on the counter, they have that in Khadija Shaw. She can hold the ball up really well, and she can bring others into play with that hold up play. So like suppose she receives a long ball from the goalkeeper or from any of the midfielders, she can act as a wall, and they can play a wall pass from her. So I think like she is the perfect blend that could go very well with this with the City attack, and she has got pace obviously. So on the counter, it's really threatening, and plus she is lethal. So as you know that City create a lot of chances, and this season in the initial during the start of the season they could not put away those many chances. They were very wasteful in their shot selection and everything. That is a one problem that will go away with Khadija Shaw for sure.
Yeah.
Like you won't.
No, I was going to say, I mean, obviously her contract's finished at Bordeaux. They would love to keep her, but I believe the idea was she only signed up for 2 years, and with the prospects of moving on to using Bordeaux as a stepping stone, and they've benefited from her for 2 seasons. Is she ready for that big move to a club like Manchester City?
To be honest, yeah, I think so that she is ready for the big move, final big move in the European club. Uh, Obviously, like when she moves, there will be a settling in period because it's a new league and it's a new team, new teammates, new style of play, new country. So yeah, obviously there will be a settling in period, but who doesn't have that? Like even when Sam Kerr moved to Chelsea last year, she had a very long period of time where she seemed like she's out of place and couldn't produce as much. But like look at her now. So yeah, obviously I don't have any doubts about her mental fortitude or the way she would like settle in and score goals. I totally believe that she will continue to score goals as she has done in Bordeaux for the last 2 years. and yeah, I think she is ready for the step up, and I think she'll do great for Manchester City. I think it's a great fit if the move happens. Honestly,
Yeah. Well, if it does come to fruition, I mean, there is obviously talk and rumor that no deal has been agreed yet, and maybe talks will resume, or we'll find out. I suspect before the summer really starts, whether Khadija Shaw will be joining Man City. I'm going to say, Yash, thank you so much for joining us today and helping us find out a little bit more about Khadija Shaw.
thank you, mate. It's been a pleasure to help and to contribute.
Thank you so much.